everyone, Stacy here today to flaunt my love for my husband. He's such a good sport with this whole Vera Bradley craze of mine and the purse craze and whatever other crazes I've gone through, Disney and beauty products and all my loves. He's very supportive. I love him dearly. And this video idea came from my good friend Sandy. It's one of those, I was like, wow, that's really creative twist. So this is going to be the top 10 patterns, not necessarily styles, patterns that my husband is okay carrying for me. He, oh gosh, I'm going to have to do a story of how I got into Vera Bradley because, that was some interesting times in our marriage. Before kids, and when I really started getting into Vera Bradley, he's been very supportive. And he reminded me last night as he was helping me with this video how supportive he has been. Oh, he cracks me up. I love him dearly. We've been married, be 12 months, or 12 years this month. Been together for now 15 years, our anniversary of meeting for the first time is on Memorial Weekend. I moved up to Fort Wayne for a job 3 weeks after college. We had mutual friends, but our paths just never crossed. He went to college. He went to IU. I mentioned that in my videos. He went to IU. I went to Indiana State. It's about a 45-minute drive between them. He had been to Indiana State to see our mutual friend play in his band. Actually, I think we were at the same concert, one of the bars that our friend played at, but again, our paths just didn't cross until after college. And that's a good thing, thinking back of the timing of where he was in life, where I was in life, it was just like, that was when we were supposed to meet. Anyway, so he's great. He's a great husband. Obviously, we have 3 beautiful children. And he does carry my bag for me from time to time. If, say, like I had my kidney stone surgeries, he used my Vera Bradley for our trip. And obviously, whenever I need him to hold, I got a little mad at me at the picture I posted on Facebook and Instagram. Was it last week? After his workout, he was carrying my swim bag for me. I posted from the back. He will never be in a video with us, sadly. But I did post a picture of the back of him carrying my bag all sweaty and post-workout. So he's in such a good shape. I hate working out. And I have a few health issues right now that prevents me from working out. But, he's actually thinner now than when in better shape than when we got married. So anyway, he didn't have the kids. So these are the ones. I had him go through my collection and pick out what patterns he doesn't mind carrying, or be like, oh yeah, I'll do that. And then as he's walking out of my office, he says, now be sure to remind them that I have a manly profession. Yes, honey, I will tell them you have a manly job, okay? He's a manly guy. He really is. So yeah, it cracks me up. So anyway, it's in no particular order. Again, my top 10 videos, my ranking gets messed up in my head unless I don't have any cue cards or anything. I should get like an easel board. Like a chalkboard or something, and write it on there. Now, granted, the wall right over here, I painted with the chalkboard paint that my kids write on. But we're out of chalk. So anyway, and a good tip, if you ever want to clean your walls that has a chalkboard paint, Coke. A can of Coke and a sponge will clean it right up. And I really need to do that. But anyway, I need like a list. Okay. Alright, I may do that after vacation. So these are the ones he picked out. This top one here is the one he picked out right away. He just went right to it and bam, Brok. So apparently Brok, obviously I see it with the colors, maybe not necessarily the pattern, but the colors are fairly manly. You got this yellow, lime green color, depending on what you want to call it. Gray, black, and white. Easy peasy. So he picked that one right away. That side doesn't even hardly show any white. That does. And he has, oh, there's the front. He has no problem with my Brok tote. Alright. Next one he picked out, another tote. Catalina blues. You're going to see a theme here. He's a blues guy. Now, granted, okay, he's a redhead. So his color scheme on what he wears is kind of limited. Obviously no pinks, no purples, but he's a manly man, so he's not going to wear those anyway. Brick red, no. Obviously yellows, yeah, it doesn't work for him. Surprisingly, none of our kids are redheads. My youngest could turn into a redhead, maybe. He's got a lot of red in his hair. You've seen Eli and Caitlin. They are not redheads. A little bit of red in their hair, but not redheads. Anyway, Catalina blues, kind of a manly-ish pattern. Of course, with the pattern scheme it is. You've got your greens, real pretty greens in there. I don't know why it's just blues. Maybe it's just the catchy name, but it definitely has a lot of green in it. Got your pinks. Catalina blues. I've heard this, and I thought this myself in the beginning. And Catalina pink for this purpose can have a faded look. That's just the way the look is. It's not faded. The blue background actually has two different colors, a lighter and a darker blue. And so it can have a faded look to it, but it's not faded. So this one's growing on me over time. That and Catalina pink. I didn't like him at first, I'll admit it, but I do now. So, alright. Next one is my cooler tote. I don't think I've shown you. I need to do a cooler video too. I've got a couple different kinds of coolers. And this one's the cooler tote. Retailed for $60. It's massive. It's my biggest cooler I have with Vera Bradley. You see that massive inside. And he has no problem with this one. It's fairly manly. It's got the blues and oranges in it. A fairly manly looking striped strap there. Got Vera Bradley. I think this is the light nut material. That's waterproof, which would make sense with the cooler. It's very large. And, you know, outdoor excursions, trips, he has no problem carrying this bad boy for me. And it's, even the pattern, the design itself, yeah, it's got a little bit of floral in it, but it's not as girly as it could be. So this is Marrakesh. Here's another one. He's like, I kind of pointed out. He's like, oh yeah, I can carry that. The Cobalt stripe. Now, obviously, he doesn't realize that my favorite pajamas are this pattern. I absolutely love my Cobalt stripe pajamas. It's got the blue top and the striped shorts. I wore them last night to bed. Love them, love them. But I don't. And I wouldn't expect him to be like, hey, that looks like your pajamas. You know, yeah, he's not going to catch on. Stuff like that. This is the Preppy Polly baby bag. I think there are better baby bags that Vera Bradley makes, but this one makes a great tote to use. It is waterproof, being Preppy Polly. You got your interior there, still mainly pattern. No florals on it whatsoever. You got your stripes. You got your like jelly bean kind of looking interior with the mesh pockets. Diaper pad here. Again, manly looking. So if you're looking for something that both you and your husband will use for a baby bag, if he's very particular about it, this is one of them. And speaking of stuff for like baby bags on it, I gotta grab another one here, but it's just right over here. So that is Preppy Polly in the Cobalt stripe. I want to say there's a throw in this too. I might have bought that for my mother-in-law. We'll find out. I'm going to go to Fort Wayne to visit, and I'm going to do a video on her collection. And she has quite a few throws. Again, she loves blue, probably more than my husband. And we'll do a video on that too. These straps here are faux leather, I believe. So they held up fairly well. I'll do a Preppy Polly video. Show you my toe. It's just now beginning to crack on the straps, but we beat it to death, and I've used that sucker for probably going on 2 years or so. So anyway, Cobalt stripe, another manly pattern. Now, as I'm going through this, I failed to mention he loves Vera Bradley throws. Loves them. Uses them to sleep at night. And I brought that up when I was talking about this video. And he's like, I only use those because they're the only blankets around. Wrong. We have other blankets. His mom, when I first met them, and this is when I first really knew that, I'm like, hey, I made it. I'm in her inner circle. It's when she bought me a blanket for Christmas. Was it Christmas? Christmas or birthday? Anyway, one of the two. And it was a great blanket, and we still have them, and we have others like that. I've converted her on the Vera Bradley throws, and this was before Vera Bradley started making throws. But I, obviously converted her to Vera Bradley throws, and so she gives those as presents now instead of these really heavy fleece blankets. And so we still have those really heavy fleece blankets. If he really wanted to use those, he could use those. But instead, he's got his IU Vera Bradley Collegiate throw that he absolutely loves. And it's manly. So, if I had bags in it, he would be okay with carrying that with IU pattern. So, alright, this next, so I cannot wait to use next week for vacation. Granted, it also means that we're on vacation while I'm using it. But I can't wait. I've been thinking about this, what I want to pack in it. And this is in Rainforest. And I really want more stuff in Rainforest. Now, I am going to hold out until it retires to get more stuff in it. But I absolutely love this pattern. It's really, really growing on me. When I got it, I was like, ooh, I kind of like that. And then it's been sitting close to me in my office. And I'm like, I really, really like that. Really, really like that. So I'm hoping that the pajamas are still in stock when they go on sale, because I want the pajama shorts in them. I want some other purses in this beautiful pattern. And this is manly enough, apparently, for my husband to carry. Very 31-esque, really. It reminds me a lot of 31. My sister sells 31, and so I've seen a lot of it. I have several pieces myself that she's given me that I do really like. And I'm gonna have to gather my 31 up and do a video on that too. Because I feel like sometimes Vera Bradley and 31 kind of overlap a little bit. Anyway, this has a nylon strap. Gonna use it for vacation. It's got the drawstring. I pointed this out to him. Okay, he wasn't as impressed as I was. But I was like, this was supposed to be a beach bag. When you fill it up, and you get sand in there at the beach, you close the drawstring up, you turn it over, you shake it out, and the sand falls down. I was like, oh, yay. But we haven't lived by the beach in over 2 years, so maybe he's lost that sense of like, oh, for... oh, well. Granted, now, I went to the beach with the kids way more than he did. Obviously, he had to work. So, anyway, it has a fabulous lined interior. I'm not sure what it's made of, to be honest, off the top of my head. It may be faux leather. I don't know. Maybe plastic. I don't know, but it seems really durable. And you're going to see this bad boy again for our vacation video of what all I'm packing in the car, in the minivan. Love it. This is Rainforest. Current pattern for Vera Bradley. Okay, this next one really did surprise me. I was like, really? He threw in a Disney pattern. He loves Disney. We would go to Disneyland a couple times a year when we lived out in San Diego with our oldest, and then when Caitlin was born. Sadly, Nate was born a month before we moved. Now, I went to Disneyland 36 weeks. No, 30? Yeah, 36 weeks pregnant. Rented a scooter. It was awesome. Went around. There was a couple rides I could ride. I did ride Haunted Mansion, the Pooh Adventure ride. But Eli and Joe just rode Splash Mountain over and over and over and over again. Now, granted, this, was obviously our last time we got to go. We knew what rides we really liked. That was Eli's favorite ride. So Joe really has a soft spot for Disneyland. Not necessarily for Mickey Mouse, but for Disneyland. Cannot wait to take the kids to Disney World. We're going to have to save up for that one. First, let's buy a house in Indiana, and then we'll save up for our Disney vacation. Speaking of which, my parents are at Disney World right now, sending me pictures of what's up here. They're at the Disney Spring store. Oh, so jealous. Anyway, I was really surprised he picked out this one as his favorite Disney pattern. I kind of thought he would go with, Where's Mickey? But he liked this one. And I think he mentioned something about the dark colors. I think he liked the dark colors in Mickey's Magical Blooms. That's a fantastic placement on this backpack. Look at this. This is not like my little backpack in Midnight with Mickey. You've got the mini Mickey there. You got Minnie there. You got them there together. Sorry, a little bit of cat hair there. You got Mickey Mouse there. Just fabulous, fabulous. Anyway, the Disney Patterns, he likes Mickey's Magical Blooms. And that really did surprise me. Really thought he would go with Where's Mickey. But he likes this one. So, he does see it more around our house, come to think of it, with the throw. So, I bought a few throws. I have 3 or 4 in this pattern. So, he likes Mickey's Magical Blooms. On to the blue again. So, our last 3 patterns have blue. I had to, move a little bit because of the morning sun. So, you can't see that little table I use as much. Because it is, that sucker, okay, this table doesn't move. I say table, it's like a little counter. When we bought this house, this basement was straight out of 1975. It had a wallpaper mural, green carpet, and we've totally remodeled it. Got a little bit to go. But this was like a bar area in avocado green. But the corner part is hiding our water pipes and the turn-off valve for our sprinkler system. Actually, surprisingly, in this area, we don't get a lot of rain, which, I didn't think about, but it's true. We're actually in a drought right now. So we still had to keep this little corner piece, and my wonderful, absolutely amazing handyman of a father-in-law painted it and reshaped it to be like a little table for us and got rid of that bulky bar area that we really don't need. We're not big drinkers, so, and if we do entertaining, it's upstairs anyway. So anyway, that's why I can't move my little table with me because it's stuck right there. So, last 3 patterns, all blue based, ink blue, really not a shocker. It's green, blue, and white. Not terribly girly. It's got a little bit of floral design and geometric design. Got your ink spots on the inside. Another one that he absolutely does not mind carrying for me. It's funny. Also, while working on this video, I remember my absolute favorite picture. I don't know where it is. It has to be somewhere in my grandpa's house. For 7 years, my grandparents on my mom's side only had 3 grandkids. It was my 2 older cousins that were sisters and me. There's 7 years difference between me and my middle sister. And so they would take us on vacations around Indiana, nothing too crazy. And we went to Spring Mill State Park. Love Spring Mill. Cannot wait to take my kids there. And they took us horseback riding one time. It's like the only time I've ever been on a horse. And my cousins were riding the horses. For some reason, I had a hold of the camera. And, back in the day, this is a while back, I took a picture of my grandpa standing there at the fence holding my grandma's purse. I had no clue it would turn out. I was very young at the time, but so I took the picture from this angle. He has the purse here, and he just happened to have his finger right here, So he's standing there like this. I don't know if he was scratching his nose, probably. We were outside, maybe allergies or something. But he's like this with her black Agner purse. Like this. And so it looks like he's standing there with this woman's purse. And he's picking his nose. And they got the film developed. And they're like, who did this picture? Where did this come from? Everybody's laughing about it. It's I did it. I hope to get that picture back one day. It's one of my favorite pictures. Absolutely love it. So that was a fun vacation. Alright, so another one he picked out. This one was pretty quick too. Blue Bayou. He really liked Blue Bayou. He likes the color scheme of it. He has no problems with this one whatsoever. And if he saw my Blue Lagoon, because my saddle ups are in a different box, and so he didn't see it. But if he saw Blue Lagoon, Rhythm and Blues is probably another one he would carry. Blue Rhapsody maybe, but I don't know how much, I don't really have a lot of Blue Rhapsody. I wish I did. I should have got more. I really like that pattern. Rhythm and Blues is something he would do. Is it Cuban Tiles? Yeah. He would do, but I don't have anything in Cuban Tiles yet. There's the chevron. And if obviously this was flipped, he would do that too. So anything like really blue, green, grays, he would carry for me. You know, he's a manly man, like you said. And there's Blue Bayou. Okay, the last one that he would do, I held it up. He's like, yeah, I'd do that. Get some of the strings off from the other purses. This is a one I didn't have this at the time of my turn lock satchel video, but I got it now. Here is the Java Floral turn lock satchel. Very nice purse. Really like this. And he would do this. This kind of reminds me of my grandpa. So, there's no... Vera Bradley did exist at that time in its infant stage. But when I took that picture, there was no way, being in southern Indiana, that we would have known about Vera Bradley at the time. So, he wouldn't have had a Vera Bradley. My grandma was into Vera Bradley. She collected on the goes. I'm going to have to show you her collection when I go back. And she passed about 5 years ago. And loved the on the goes. And another blue person. I love blue too. Blue runs in the family. Like, she had an all blue Christmas tree. Oh, so gorgeous. So magical to me. And so I want an all blue Christmas tree. But now that we have kids, I'm like, alright, Christmas isn't all about Stacy. Maybe one day I'll have my own tree of all blue lights. But now we do color for the kids. So, last pattern, Java Floral. If you hear me say Java Blue, I apologize. Java Blue is actually one he would carry as well. I did not have any Java Blue out where he would see it. Come to think of it, maybe he could have seen my luggage there. And he would have picked it up too. Because he has carried my Java Blue stuff for me. Especially my travel stuff. Of course, my cargo sling. But he didn't see that as well. So yeah, Java Floral, Java Blue, he would do those. And I asked him just to pick 10. You know, he would have picked 5 and been happy if I would have said, only pick 5. Pick 20. That would have been pushing it. So, he passed by Ribbons. What did he think Ribbons was? I think he thought Ribbons was a Disney pattern as well. I was like, no, that's not Disney. So, okay, never mind. So he passed on Ribbons for sure. Didn't pick any of my Heather up. He has carried my Heather for me in the past because I have used it so much. Like I said, I've used it at Disneyland, and he's held it for me. And he would do it, but it's not in his top 10 patterns. Oh well. And yes, this is my blush pink throw. This is my first time really showing it in a video. Let's show it here. And maybe the hearts was a little subtle message to him. Thank you for helping me. You know, I hadn't showed this one. I accidentally still had it stored away when I did my throw video. It's still really, really soft because I haven't really used it yet. So, my heart belongs to him. So, 12 years. 15 years together. Gosh, time flies. Anyway, so these are his top 10 patterns that he would be okay with carrying. That it's like, okay, that's more manly than the others. Thank you. I appreciate it, Joe. Mwah, love you to death. I don't think he'll see this video, but he might. Sometimes the kids like to watch my videos, especially my youngest. They go, it's mommy! And he'll watch my videos. So cute. Even if it's a purse video, you know, he doesn't care. It's mommy. So... Anyway, if you want to tell me about the patterns or even the styles that your husband would be okay with carrying for you, I'd love to hear about it. Or maybe you have a story about maybe he wouldn't carry it for you. That's okay. It happens there, guys. Whatever. I mean, it doesn't have to be a guy. If your partner doesn't want to carry it, you know, tell me about it. Let's convert him. So if you have any questions on the stuff that I have, or anything like that, leave those in the comments below too. You guys know I love chatting with you about Vera Bradley and the different videos that I've made. You can also subscribe to my channel. We do video giveaways every once in a while. We're, I don't know, around 440 subscribers, I think. We're going to do another one at 500. They're going to get bigger and better as time goes on. So that's a lot of fun. You can follow me on Facebook, The Amazing Shopper, the Instagram, The Amazing Shopper, Twitter, Amazing_Shopper, on all those forms of social media. And love talking to you guys through all of it, showing you pictures, you know, kind of what's going on in my life and what, you know, deals I found and all that fun stuff. So, anyway, I will talk to you guys later, and happy Vera. Bye. I did it again. I was finishing up this video and I forgot a pattern. Camafloral. Duh, he took this to the hospital with us last week. So, Camafloral is another one he uses. He has used. You got your light up material here. So no Chemicat on the inside. But Camafloral is another one he has no problem with. Duh, Stace. Sorry about that. Now, let's cut back to our ending there. Camafloral. Talk to you later, guys. I guess. Bye.